Hiya, it's Sam from Gymspire Academy, and this week is our flexibility week. So a really important part of our gymnastics is getting more flexible and staying flexible. This is because it helps us stop getting injuries, and also the added benefit of us as gymnasts is it makes our moves slightly easier and look a lot better in presentation. So if we've got really straight legs in our cartwheels, or we can do splits further down towards the floor, even better. So the flexibility that I'm going to be working on today is we're going to do some stretches that help with our hamstrings, which are the muscles that go down the back of our legs, and then also our ankles. And the other coaches are going to have videos for other muscle groups and doing things such as splits. So check out those videos as well. Make sure that you get warmed up before you do this video. Really important to be warm before stretching to prevent injury. So go and do one of the warm-up videos or do your own warm-up, and then we'll get started. Find yourself a space and we'll get started with our first hamstring stretch. So you want to start this stretch with your feet just wider than your shoulders, straight legs, big reach up. Then you're going to reach forward. When you're reaching forward, don't let your back round. You want to be in a flat back position shown here. Flat back, straight legs. Then from here, we're going to reach towards the floor. Then from here, we're going to reach behind. You should be able to feel the stretch just down here in the back of your legs. If you're not feeling it very much, maybe you've put your legs a little bit too wide, so just double check they're not too far past your shoulders. So just double check that you're doing it so you can feel it in the right muscles, and get someone to have a look at you from the side to see if you're doing the flat back right. And then once you're doing it all good, we're going to do this for 10 times. For the next stretch, you're going to start in the same position, straight legs, both sides, just wider than your shoulders. This time we're just going to go down to one side. See if you can get all the way down to your toes. If not, shin is fine. Floor is also fine if you can reach past your toes. Whichever feels comfortable for you, where you can feel a slight stretch down the back of your leg. So for this stretch, you're going to hold it between 30 seconds and 1 minute. Whichever time you choose to do, make sure you do the exact same time for the other leg. And on this one, if you're feeling it's quite easy, then you can try and see if you can get your belly to your thigh and your chin to your shin. So you want to suck in your belly and see if you can fold forward and bring your body towards your leg. So once you've had a go on this leg, change leg, do the same amount of time, and then we'll move on to our next stretch. Okay, now jump your feet together. We're going to go down our legs. Try and keep your back straight as we go down. You might be on your shins, feet, floor, whichever is comfortable for you. We're just going to hold here for 30 seconds to 1 minute again. Once your time is up, if that felt quite comfortable, you can go for a folding option again. So try and suck that tummy in. Try and get your tummy towards your thigh, and try and get your chin towards your shin. So you're reaching with a long spine. Your back is going to round in this position, but you want to see if you can leave that as late as possible. Next one is really easy. I'm sure you've seen loads of runners do this before, whether we put in their heel on a wall, but we can use anything, a step, a chair like I'm using here. You're just going to place your heel on it, keep a straight leg, and if you feel the stretch, then you're going to count to 30 or 60 seconds. This is a really good one because it's easy to make more difficult as you get more flexible. You just find a higher surface to place your leg on. For this one, we're going to take one step out. We're going to make sure we keep both of our legs straight, and then we're going to look straight ahead. We're going to try and keep our chin up, facing forward, because we're going to try and get into that flat back position we was in earlier. And we're just going to fold forward with a straight back as far as we can go, and we should start to feel it down the back of our hamstrings. When we get into our furthest point without our back rounding, we're just going to hold here for 30 to 60 seconds. Once you've completed the hold of 30 to 60 seconds, you're then going to see if you can slowly fold down towards your leg as best you can, trying to get your chin to your shin. You might need to put your hand on your knees and your toe. You might be able to put them on the floor, just whatever works for you, where you can feel a slight stretch. And then you're going to repeat this on the other leg too. So the next one, we're going to start in a seated straddle position, pull one foot in towards our thigh, keeping the other leg as straight as we can. We're going to stretch up. We're going to do our best to fold down to our toes or our shin, wherever it may be on our leg. There's a comfortable stretch for us. So you'll feel this in your hamstrings, and you'll also feel it slightly in the side of your hip. Once again, repeat this on the other leg and hold it for 30 to 60 seconds each time. Now that we've stretched down to both sides, we're going to stretch in the middle. So starting our straddle, straight legs, toes pointed, straight back, and we're going to do a big reach up and see how far we can fold forward. So this is very important, that it's a fold with our back as straight as we can. You're going to go as far as you can with your back straight, and you're just going to hold in that position. So it doesn't matter if you can't get your hands to the floor in this one, because I have my hands on the floor here and I look like the hunchback of Notre Dame. So you just want to fold with a straight back as low as you can. If anything's going to touch the floor, it should be your chest or your belly first. So unless you can do that, just go as far as you can, keeping your back straight, and you're going to hold there for 30 to 60 seconds. So we're going to do a reach up in our pike position for this one. We're going to see if we can fold as far as we can before our back rounds. We're going to see if we can touch our toes or our shins. If our knees are up off the floor, then we want to see if we can squeeze them back down. If not, then we might be reaching a bit too far with our hands. So just go as far as you can with straight legs for this one, and hold for 30 to 60 seconds. So for our next exercise, we're going to need some help from something like a resistance band or a scarf or a belt. This is from a dressing gown. You can use any belt, you can use a towel, just something to help us get into this position. So we're just going to get it to one side because we're going to do one exercise before. So we're going to start laying down for this one. We're going to lift our leg up as straight as we can with our foot flexed. So that means our foot is like this, not toes pointed. And we're just going to lift our leg up as far as it will go naturally. So as soon as it feels like it's going to stop by itself, you're going to leave it there, slowly lower it down to the floor, and then come up again. You don't want to try to force it to go really far. So we'll lift it up so you feel a comfortable stretch, go back down, and we're going to do this 10 times. When you get to number 10, you're going to pause there, and you're going to grab your makeshift strap or resistance band. So once we've got our strap, we're going to loop it over our foot, and we're going to lie back into the position we was in. We're not going to lift our leg up with it like that, we're just going to get back into the position. Then we're going to lift our leg up as far as it was going naturally, and now we're going to see if we can just bring our leg a little bit further by pulling lightly on the strap. So you don't want to yank it, you don't want to go too far, you're just getting a little bit of an extra stretch than you were before. So you're going to pull it slightly further than it was naturally, and you're going to hold for 30 to 60 seconds. And then you're going to repeat this on the other leg. That's all for hamstrings. We're going to move on to ankles. So give your ankles a quick warm up. You can link them over your leg like this in pike, give them a circle. Just make sure we got some blood flowing through our ankles before we give them a stretch. So we're going to start in a kneeling position, put our hands down and press the tops of our feet into the floor. So in a position just like this. As this one's a bit more of an awkward position to keep yourself held in, I'd say practice this for 10 to 30 seconds instead of 30 to 60, but do it multiple times. So for the last one for ankles, we're going to use a step. So you're going to put the ball of your foot on the step, which is towards the front of your foot, and then we're going to stretch our ankle by bending and then straightening our knee. So you want to try and keep our heel where it is, pushing down towards the floor, and the movement to come from our knee. So this one, once you've done 10 on one leg, on the last one you're going to hold there for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch over, and then you're going to repeat the whole process on the other leg. Thank you for watching this video on flexibility. We hope you enjoyed it. You are now officially flexible and you never have to stretch again. Don't we all wish it was that easy? But flexibility training is a marathon, not a sprint. So please remember to practice your stretches every day. It doesn't have to be these stretches. Just make sure you're stretching every day and you'll be flexible in no time. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and remember, keep smiling and point your toes.